Greetings YouTube, LMS Tactical. Okay, so where do I begin? I'm gonna do a dual video thing so you don't have to just stare at me. I'm trying to play with the dogs here. I'm gonna tell you right up front, I've got this wave of depression, and I'm not complaining, I'm explaining, because those that have been with me for a long time, you're gonna see it in my face and hear it in my voice. So I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's, and I'm not sure, I was just talking to my wife, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it's any one thing, I think it's everything. So I'm just gonna ramble and see if anything comes out of this video. There's so much to go on about. Obviously, the number one thing is the Afghanistan debacle, where so many good people have been abandoned by this fucked up so-called government, this illegal Biden administration, and now they're stuck there in Bidenstan for, you know, who knows what's going to happen to them. You know, I thought I could make a difference in the beginning of this. I was trying to help some South Africans that were stranded there, and then that kind of turned into, I didn't know at the time that my country was leaving Americans there too, and I didn't know that they were leaving the Afghanistani nationals that had worked with America. You know, it just was unfolding so fast and furious that I fell off the radar. I couldn't keep up with it, and then it segued into emails from, there's some really good people in this world, I gotta tell you, but emails that were talking about something that's super fucking dear to my heart, and it hurts me. It's hard to talk about it. But the canines, the working dogs that are trapped in Afghanistan, there's a lot of them, and a lot of them are even in Kabul at the airport there right now, as far as I know. And look, you know what's going to happen to those dogs. The Taliban will not just kill them, they'll torture them, and those dogs are no different than these dogs. And I know there's people out there going, you give a shit about the dogs, but what about the people? No, that's why I think I'm depressed. I care about the people. But unlike some people, I love dogs at least equally, and in some cases more than people, because they're so fucking loyal and they're so good. And there's dogs that are exactly like Mason and Maddie, that are all they want is love and food, and they'll be loyal and they'll protect you. And they were abandoned by this fucked up government, and God only knows what's happening to them. I mean, I'm sure you all saw the video of the interpreter. I think he was an interpreter that was hanging beneath a Black Hawk helicopter and flying around the city, showing people what happens to you when you're a traitor to the Taliban. That, and then you know, a lot of you know that I because of I'm so fucking light-skinned and grew up in California and surfing on the beaches of Southern California with red hair at the time, and so I've been fighting this skin cancer shit. You know, I've had 3 out of about 300 to 400 removed that were pre-cancers. I've had 3 that were legit squamous, which is just below, one level below melanoma, and they're never in a good place, except for the one on my arm. I had that one right there. That was the easy one. But I have one on my chest, which is a bitch, because there's not much meat there to remove. Well, now it gets worse, because I just found out I got another one here under that Band-Aid. Now, if you look at the top of your hand, there's not a lot of room to do major surgery, because there's not much skin there. But there's a special kind of surgery, and I can't remember the name of it. They gave me a whole booklet. I've been reading about it, and I'll get a call and they'll figure it out when I'm going to do this in the next week or two. But it's an involved thing where it's like an 8-hour day where you sit there and they take little by little and they look at it under the microscope, and then if they take a certain amount, then they got to take skin grafts from your armpit or something, or your thigh, and you know, because it's just a fucking nightmare, man. Getting old is a bitch. And you know, let's just be honest, 99% of my life, that's what I was just telling my wife. I mean, this is what's so weird, and I'm being as honest as I can with you, which is 100%. 99% of the time of my life, I am so not afraid of death. But every now and again, something creeps up where it's like out of control. Like, fuck, I get this, because there's so much unknown. And I'm just telling you the truth. There's some of this, it's not that afraid of dying. I'm afraid of the method of death. And then sort of like what happens to, and of course people are going to say, well, if you were close enough to God, you wouldn't have those fears. But honestly, I still have them sometimes. And I don't know if that's what's going on here. Because I get mad at myself. How could I be upset? I've lived 59 years. If I died right this second, who the fuck am I to complain? That's a lot more than some of these little kids get. Little babies that die of stupid things like abuse or murder or even cancer and, just tumors. And they never got a chance to do anything. And here I am. What am I crying about? And then I get mad at myself. And it's a big vicious circle. And it's like I'm a nutcase. So I think what's going on today is I know I need to talk to you guys. I need to put out more content here. That's always on my mind. But I get so involved, and this is an excuse, and I'm just going to lay it out there for you. I get so involved in what I think I'm going to do, and then it starts to fall apart, and it compounds, and it's overwhelming, and so I just kind of like start playing a video game or something just to get my mind out of it. In fact, I'm going to tell you that as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to not answer any phones today. And I'm going to go play Call of Duty. I started playing Call of Duty with my sons. They're scattered around the country. And now I see why video games are so addictive. It's a total escape, man. It's like a drug. You're not thinking about anything except slaughtering your digital enemies. It's actually very fun. If anybody's playing Call of Duty mobile, feel free to join us. In fact, we're putting a clan together. As I'm talking, I visualize people stranded in Afghanistan. I picture fucking German shepherds in cages, at the airport, thirsty, hungry, and confused. Where's everybody that nobody cares about? And then I picture just all of the good people of Afghanistan. I picture the South Africans that were lucky enough to get out of South Africa, and now they're back out of Afghanistan, and now they're back in South Africa. I'm thinking about the Canadians who are watching their country fall apart. And what about the Australians, where you can't even fucking go to dinner. You can't go anywhere unless you have proof that you had a vaccination of some shit where it is 100% more likely to kill you than if you weren't vaccinated. What the fuck? There's a lot going on, people. I don't know. Anyways, now I'm getting bit by a fucking mosquito. But anyways, that's what's going on with me. Thanks for sticking with me, man. And I'll work this shit out one way or the other, and I will be a better content provider. I think sometimes I don't make content because I think if I make another South African video, people are going to get pissed over here that are waiting for me to make police videos. And if I make a police video, the South Africans are going to say, what the fuck? We don't give a shit about your police experience or trying to help cops in your country. And if I make a political fucking video, YouTube's going to kick me off. That's kind of what goes through my head all day. And what happens is I end up putting it off. And I'm trying to work on it, man. Suggestions, I read them all. But thank you for sticking with me, man. Yeah, I must sound like a nutcase, but I embrace my insanity because we are what we are. Anyways, let me let you guys go. That's Tactical. Mason and Maddie, we're out.